Tá aí, THEOFLIX, o nome dele, kart 51.
O time Bravato tá em festa. 15 posições escaladas.
Subiu o Monte Everest.
Vem pra receber quadriculada. Lá, não foi da vida.
THEOFLIX vence de forma brilhante.
Da peça, destaque do jogo, tipo vampícia de baque. Ouço falar é que o esforço vence o talento. Gosto desse argumento.
Outside the top 10, Eli Steinbrook and Jensen Michelke. Michelke now running with Speed Concepts Racing.
Going further back, row 7, Arthur Barbe, John McClellan. McClellan, another driver moving up this year. Edgar Rodriguez, Drew Jensen, and the final couple rows of the top 20. Mort, Mars, Calderon, Aguillon, and Rob, let's look back. These drivers for 21st on back here will be the ones that'll be right around that cut line at 22nd place is the final driver to transfer to the A main today.
Yeah, Nolan Carney starting in 22nd, Joaquin Golero in 22nd spot, Leo De Silva 23rd, alongside him Mateus Fortunato, further back Keith Lewis Jr. and Maddox Ruiz. Again, 32 drivers to start here, Xander, 22 transfer to the main event this afternoon.
We'll talk more about how the format works for the KA Juniors. In total, again, you've got the count right, 32 in this group. We've got, I believe, 65 in total on the entry list. It's massive. And here we go. For the first time today, we're racing from Orlando down to the inside for Victor de Alencar. One spinner further back. The rest of the field is going to survive turns 1 and 2. Albeit still jockeying for position through the chicane, but de Alencar down the inside. Halfin there on the RPG Cosmic, and a little more contact going through. I believe that might have been a shift with the fourth placeman moving up the board.
Edward Candy, I think, was able to get a spot there.
Yeah, he got one for sure. I think the other one might have been Augustus Toniolo. So here going through the sweeper, check it out. That's Jaramillo on screen. The 854, Eli Steinbrook on the Orsolone entry. That's that second group, and they're already fighting for the bottom side down the straightaway. I think that might be David Morales in the 833. Yes, indeed, for fifth, trying to fend them all back, and there it is indeed. Second place in the group, fourth overall qualifier, Jose Alejandro Halfin in half a lap has gone from not only second to sixth, but well, he's probably going to be 2 seconds back when the timing pulls across the screen. Look at the gap already.
Well, that was a pure example of doing nothing but defense. You see Morales, all he's doing is looking over his shoulder, trying to run the defensive line. Came in that one corner, as you saw, drove all the way to the inside of the racetrack, and then came back out and over. I'm not sure that the race director is going to love the fact that he defended to the inside. They came back out to the racing line to the next corner, looking over his shoulder in every corner. Finally, loses a couple of spots.
Yeah, he finally got rooted out of the way a little bit there. Now he's going to get a little hip check from Jaramillo and lose another one. So that'll put him back a couple positions. There's the pair of Orsolone machines there. Steinbrook along with Juan Jose Paramo. Marco Samet trying to make up some ground. As up front, here's your 4-cart lead group. Victor de Alencar on an independent entry there in the 870. And here, look at this. Way low for the 898 Vice Racing machine of Keith Lewis Jr. And I think one driver stalled.
Well, Xander, perfect opportunity to talk about what's going on in terms of transfer. The reason why we're so crazy right now is this is exactly where we're going in terms of transferring into the main event this afternoon.
And that's Ryan Mort in the 812, and just from inside the top 10. Now to the outside of it all. He'll go way back down the board. And like you said, Rob, the transfer is the 22nd zone, and there is no coming back from it. No LCQ. Today it is a B main instead. Supercarts USA officials trying a different style from what they've done in years past when classes have oversold and they've opened them up. There is no way to get back into the A main. So if you've failed to finish, if you get a massive penalty, that puts you to the back of the field, DQ'd in the scales, you'll still get a full main event race, but it'll be a B main. It'll run right before the A main, and no one will transfer. So, unfortunately for Ryan Mort, his work just got a whole lot harder. You saw him not even cross the line last time. He was in the top 10. He'll now be 30th and go into the B main. While up front, these four are safe. Now, every position matters double since it's a row, but at the same point, starting in the first 4 rows is safe enough for me. I'd kind of ride a little bit here and just, play it extremely conservative.
Yeah. I lean towards you as well. We're the top 4 guys. We're running away. It's almost like that last chance qualifier mentality. Hey, listen, we're trying to transfer into the main. No, there are the heat race points, the pre-final points that you want if you're trying to go for a Winter Series championship. But the last thing you want is to be able to get shuffled out and you're on the racetrack. Because you said there is no second chance. There's no last chance right now. You got to get it done here. Top 22, of course. We'll keep an eye on that 22nd place driver to find out who indeed is on the bubble. This time by is Arturo Aguion. That is the bubble driver in 22nd. Ryan Morton, as you said, looking at the B main here this afternoon. That's why I think we're seeing some of the more crazy racing as these drivers who are running outside the top 15 struggling to make sure they stay in position.
Well, we were questioning where some of the Alessandro's racing drivers are. That's the 878 on screen there, or maybe 876 of Edgar Rodriguez further back, right around that kind of transfer zone. No, that's Aguion. My apologies there in the 878 indeed. He's right near this massive scrum. You can already see his bumpers definitely loose. I don't think he's the only one as well. There'll be a lot of pushback penalties. How about David Morales there in the 833? He has gone nowhere but backwards, continuing to fall as he'll lose another 4 there in turns 1 and 2. Still trying to go and just defend for his life here, but everywhere he goes it seems like it's the wrong move. Inside, outside, now he'll lose another one as Aguion goes on by.
Yeah, tough one right now. He's going backwards. David Morales was 17th coming across the line last time by. Looks like he's lost a couple more positions. We are coming to the halfway point of a 10-lapper here in this Flight B for the pre-final for KA100 Junior, the category presented by Orsolon Racing. Salomao, your leader in the 8:15 last time by. Toniolo, DeAlencar, and Kennedy. That is your breakaway. DeAlencar goes back to the inside. He'll take the spot. But here comes the 8:38 once again. And Toniolo trying to go back to the position.
And he got it. Augustus Toniolo on the inside down to turn number 4 will take over the lead. Let's pick back up that battle back here with Aguion. Now, it was kind of a glitch for a minute. It looks like Morales is now on the outside. Jackson Elefante's on the way in. Here's the fight. Look at Morales now all the way back to the 899 or 889 of, I believe, Savage there. So just outside the top 22. Alexander Savage. There's the 809 Leo Da Silva. This is the fight to get into the A-main. And again, all results provisional. I'm sure we're going to have at least a few pushbacks with how much close quarters racing we've already seen. And we haven't even gotten to the last few laps yet.
Yeah, indeed. We're talking about lap 5-6 right now. There's still a long way to go in this one. We watch Morales continue to look over his shoulder. He is looking backwards more than he's looking forward here right now. And all of these drivers here behind Morales are not in the race right now. This is 23rd on back, I believe, Xander. They're battling for position. That's not even a transfer. That's 23rd on back. Jackson Elefante currently in the transfer spot, and he's up the road already.
Yeah, long gone. Jackson Elefante racing his way in. He had to start way back in the field, so good news for him, at least that he should be potentially able to outrun at least a half push bumper right now, 2.5 seconds ahead of Morales. So all this group further back, again, fighting for the transfer zone, or at least to get closer to it. They're still fighting outside the top 22. This is 23rd, 24th, 25th, and onwards.
That's Leo Da Silva making the move to the inside of David Morales there over in turn number 3, I believe. So he'll take that spot away. Coming back to turn number 7 here. They sweeping right-hander, then they kick back turn 8, back to turn 9, leads that straightaway, that short shoot that comes back up into turn number 10, that hard-breaking right-hander. Good running up front, though. Drivers kind of settling in nicely, as we said right there, the 838s of Augustus Toniolo leading the way. DeAlencar, who had led for a time, Xander, all the way back to P4 right now as he slots in behind the energy of Edward Kennedy.
Jose Halfin has kind of stopped the bleeding at 5th. He and Felipe Benito have pulled away from Martin Jaramillo, so they're kind of on their own. 5th and 6th with a second to boot to Jaramillo, Marco Samet. Big gap to Steinbruck and Paramo on the Orsolon entries, 9th and 10th. But your 4-car group out front, led by Augustus Toniolo, and then Salomao, Edward Kennedy, Victor DeAlencar led this race to green. And so from going from what would have been the pole to 4th in the session could put him to 7th or 8th. And I think now, while things have gotten calm enough, coming to the 2 to go signal, Rob, is a great time to explain who gets the inside lane for the main in the A and the B.
So indeed, we're going to go by the fastest lap, right? Fastest lap of the race winner, I believe. Yes. Not just the outright fast lap, but the fast lap of the race winner. Whichever race, Flight A or Flight B, has the fastest winning lap for the driver who comes across the checker P1. That's what the group is going to get the inside. So, hey, you know what? If you're not winning, you want to make sure that your winner has got the best lap possible.
Yeah, right now, Augustus Toniolo has a 57.37. Theo Salomao has a 57.04. So if you're hoping for better odds, well, you want this. to go, and it will. Salomao to the lead there with a slick over-under in the back hairpin.
Well, that was nice. Obviously, you can see that Toniolo was trying to run that defensive line and is running defensive again. Coming down to the inside here, may lose a spot to DeAlencar again. So, yeah, we have not seen the defensive work here in our opening wheel-to-wheel action of the weekend. Toniolo back to the inside. DeAlencar's going to lose a spot again. Kennedy goes to the inside. They're battling it out nicely here as they work their way again through 1, 2, and 3.
Kennedy now going to have to go defensive from DeAlencar, and here it comes 5th and 6th. Alphen and Benito are there to the inside again for Toniolo.
Xander, they were about a 1/10 of a second faster lap, but this racing up front has brought them right back into the fight. The top 4 we said were locked and loaded. Salomao's now up the road because Toniolo's battling that with Kennedy, but it's brought Halfin and Benito back into the fight.
Yeah, side by side now. DeAlencar will lose 4th, might lose 5th.
Yeah.
Oh, Toniolo's way low. He's going to try and park the bus. How about Eddie Kennedy to the outside into the dirt? Still dirt tracking in, and he'll get clear.
I like that. Big defensive run. Kennedy tried to roll the outside. He'll run down the bottom here this time. Little bump and run coming to the corner. Toniolo's going to get the spot there as well. Salomao, though, up the fist. Big victory there for him. On the pole position, potentially, depending on fast laps, as you said. For the bottom line,